Welcome back to the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. I am the Jeskai King, Pope Hoffy, joined here by the man who loves Seagate Stormcaller, Dr. Leo, and we've got Sharkstill and Death and Taxes, another slugfest.
Yeah, so this was one of those matches that's just it's probably going to go a little bit long because it's going to matter based upon like the tempo game plan as well as the control matchup, but like honestly, I just like seeing flying sharks because like Sharknado, like they've made like 8 of those movies and they're all terrible, but like god, I love playing with it for no reason. God, the tokens are just stupid. I love them. It's like why people like pugs. I don't understand why people like pugs because they're just like ugly. But like, God, they're just so stupid. I love the flying sharks. They're great.
You're just saying all the things tonight, aren't you? Just all the things tonight.
Dude, don't get me wrong. Pugs are adorable though. They can be so cute, but like I just don't understand why I wouldn't personally seek one as a dog, as an animal.
Yeah, so this is going to be an exciting night. We've got a first time basically on the server. Barry J. Blue Jeans here. Pretty much one of his first nights on the server here, playing on our stream.
Yeah, and
piloting a deck, which I'm gonna give them loads of credit to see how well they do tonight. A deck that I think that takes a lot of knowledge of the legacy format to pilot. Especially a deck like Sharkstill. Sharkstill is a list that can really get you thrown out. It can really throw you for a loop if you're not ready for it.
Yeah. So Death and Taxes has like what's been said about what you've said about Death and Taxes is exactly what it is. It's tried and true. It's very solid. I do like that this is the one Mishra's Factory version, which I do like over I think some lists have run the Horizon Lands and other different stuff. I like the Mishra's Factory because it can still pick up a sword and it can still get through. And I've lost to Mishra's Factory post Cataclysm. Like it happens, and it's honestly a good way to go.
Nah. Ashton and I think a lot of the same ways about Death and Taxes, but the one thing we will not agree on is how the mana base should be built. I do believe there should be 4 draw lands, either Horizon Canopy, Silent Clearing, something that's there. That lets you grind out of a late game if you cannot have any more lands in hand.
It makes sense. You don't get like good cards like Brainstorm and Ponder or Preordain. You don't even get Preordain.
I hate Mishra's Factory in Death Tax. I think it just slows the deck down too much. But it can. I will say it can win games. It has won games before.
But can you win through a moat?
No. Moat's insane. Moat's great.
Yeah. Moat is pretty good, and I think Moat is going to be a great thing. Also, we got a Court of Grace in the house.
Great. There's some decks that have been playing this card in the sideboard, and I think it is just absolutely insane.
See, if you're gonna go control, you might as well just go all in on this. I mean, it's got 4 Force of Wills, 2 more Force of Negations, Council's Judgment, Swords to Plowshare.
Yeah, I love the one of in the main Council's Judgment. Like the sideboard of sideboard white cards, and it's playing a one of in the main. Same with Court of Grace.
But that's the thing is, honestly, Standstill cannot beat certain cards, and one of those cards, honestly, is going to be Aether Vial. Aether Vial is just so good against Standstill because it doesn't allow you to break Standstill. You could just play through it like you don't even care.
Just laughing at our wonderful table spotter Prez here, giving us table side quotes. Lemon saying that Barry's already ruined his plans for the night.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, exactly. It's one of those things that like Aether Vial just does that kind of stuff. That being said, I think that is the correct planes art though. Which one is that? It's not, I mean, that being said, Sunflower Plains is still one of my favorite, but I do like these.
Sunflower Plains is the most iconic. Definitely, I remember back in 2019 SCG Con, Star City Games was selling them for HP $50, and there was just a stack of them. And I almost pulled the trigger on them, but I couldn't bring myself to it. I'm really glad I didn't because they're still very expensive.
See, I've never had that chance to do anything. So I've actually never had the chance to attend a GP. All the time when the Phoenix GP would happen and stuff like that. I mean, my life was in the university. So it was one of those things I never had the chance to attend those. But now that I'm like an adult with like real big boy job and stuff like that, I'm excited to attend my first like big convention and be
The
like
second the second an event gets announced, I'm buying my ticket.
100% me too. I was just saying that earlier to a friend of mine that like if there's like a big Missouri MTG, if there's like any sort of like decent sized legacy tournament, I'm going to it.
I'm really confused by Barry here. No one drop with the file, no two drop with the lands here. So kind of already slowly falling.
Maybe to like a large Swords of Plowshares hand.
Yeah, but like if he just drew the mom, I'd understand this. But the mom was able to come out at end step, and there's Athalia. So these cards were in hand.
Yeah, I do think that if possible, like mom would have definitely been in the play. So it must have
They're
just been
just
drawn.
going to jam all three here. Okay, that
Oh
seems
yeah,
fine. Just going to
let's
jam
just
all
jam
three.
this straight into a terminus.
Sure.
100%. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
why not? Have the terminus. I dare you. Do it. Pog.
2 open the deck,
Oh,
dude.
that's annoying.
So what are you grabbing here? You see, you're seeing like just like basic cantrips and yeah, you're just going straight for the Batter Skull.
Absolutely. It's one of the best cards in this matchup. The ability to just at the second you start seeing island planes, you're either be playing in a deck against either you're playing miracles, you're playing a control list, or you're playing against a standstill list. So props to Barry for understanding that pretty quickly and grabbing the right tool here, because a lot of people would want to grab maybe a GT and start putting counters where they don't need to be, or grabbing a sort of fire next to start pinging things that just aren't there. But I really like the battle square because if they assume they're playing Sharkstill and sharks can start getting out of control, the ability to just start bouncing in your life total up and down just has to feel really good.
Yeah, honestly, this turn one Aether Vial is exactly what Barry wanted in this matchup, and like honestly, it's probably going to be what Barry's just going to ride to victory here, because at this point you don't have to commit more to the board. This is
Mm-hmm.
all you're going to be needing, and like you can put in that Batter Skull and then not care when it goes. The germ token goes to the bottom of your library.
Yeah. Double
Yeah,
waste on here is it feels bad when you're staying at 3 basics in a prismatic vista. Uh,
yep.
and yeah, there's a
Oh,
petty theft. I like that a lot. Gonna probably bounce the vial here.
I think bouncing the vial is probably going to be
That's the
yeah,
right play here. Make them just hold the vial. Make them do it all over again.
yep.
Especially with them staring at 4 lands, and the second you drop something that's not a basic, it's just going to get blunt.
Oh,
Told them to have it. There it was.
see, but that's the
Like,
thing. It's like now, do you put it in the Batter Skull just to like have it
yeah,
in?
absolutely. You have to right now, or it's
Yeah,
just a dead card in your hand. It needs to go now, and you go cool. Response. I'm gonna play this batter skull. It's gonna make a germ. Then the germ's gonna go kaboom, and
yeah,
just feels good. I mean, Lemon very smartly letting Barry do all those things, letting them set up their hand and letting them see this. Now Barry has a batter skull and an empty hand with a vial, and there's the standstill. Not kind of saying I dare you to play that vial again.
yeah. Because this is the reset button that Lemon needed. Also,
Yeah.
Doggo says hi.
Hello, doggo. Yeah. So very, very strong start here for Lemon. Even with that explosive turn 3 we saw from Barry.
So,
This is
are you now going for a reset? A reset Batter Skull? Are you going for a just equipping it onto a creature, trying to just top deck a creature?
well, I hate to be the person who eats his own words, but now's a really good time for Mishra's Factory.
See, this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying. It can still hold something.
Yeah, it can still hold something. I would say this is one of the like 2 matchups I think the card is fantastic in. The other one I would say is the mirror. But this one it just feels good because it's not going to allow the standstill to pop.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
It,
Honestly, I think Mishra's Factory is going to be the MVP of this matchup if Barry can find it. Like, because otherwise, this is just going to be completely just taken over by Lemon,
yeah,
very easily off of this. Lemon
yeah,
is just more than happy to sit there and make land drops, and then eventually cycle out some sharks.
yeah, and like Barry is deep in the tank, figuring out the official wording on standstill. The whenever so basically in a two-player game, whoever plays a spell basically gives the other person 3 cards.
Yes.
It's basically whatever happens. In a commander game, it's even worse. I love the card in Commander. I think the card's hilarious in Commander. Um,
Yeah.
really great in a stacks list. If you're ever playing stacks, do it. I think it's a great
100%.
card. But so Barry is in a really tough spot here. 2 cards in hand. I'm going to guess one of those is probably either a Flicker Wisp, or if we're playing Flicker Wisp, so probably a Flicker Wisp or a Skyclave Apparition. Um,
Boom.
Spirit Labyrinth. So
And
trigger.
that's on cast,
Yeah,
so it will get around it.
it is going to get around. It is a cast.
And happy ancestral recall, Lemon. You have answers, and there's the force of will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what it this is pretty much where Standstill really wants to be.
Mhm.
Constantly refilling their hand, and there's even one of Hall of Heliod Generosity in the deck.
My
Now,
love
this
that card.
yeah, this card is actually pretty gas, and honestly, it's part of the reason why I'm like, okay, I wouldn't actually mind building this deck. Um,
No, Hall of Heliod Generosity is the basically, for those of you who don't know, it is the Academy Ruins for enchantments. It is so busted, allows you to just continuously refill with. So if he finds it, if Lemon finds it here, he can put the standstill back on top of his library. He can put Moat back on top of his library. He can continuously cycle Shark Typhoons.
yeah,
Becomes a
but that's
card that just becomes broken.
but unfortunately, it's facing down two wastelands, so it
Yeah,
definitely shines in the matches where there isn't as many wastelands. But like, man, once it's going, because you can put on Shark Typhoons up top, moats, courts, like everything. Like it's so good.
yeah.
Someone blows up your counterbalance, you're like lol lol lol, and put it right back on top.
So Chase the Mind Sculptor here from Lemon. Lemon in a really strong position here. The Brazen Bar, by the way, still on an adventure here, so we could get a beaters here in a little bit soon. So Brainstorm here, I believe, is what we did here.
Yeah, and honestly, when we're talking about like other important planeswalkers, Three
Mm-hmm.
Fairy is going to be so big in this matchup because you need to be able to bounce that Aether Vial again, as well as possibly bouncing the Batter Skull, because just counter it on the way back down. This deck
Mm-hmm.
runs so many free counter spells, especially for a non-creature like Batter Skull.
Yeah. So Violet one here. I'm gonna guess we've got a handful of some creatures that just don't feel good right now for Barry. Um, Especially if Lemon has the ability to bounce some things back. Like a Skyclave giving a Jace the Mind Sculptor, it feels bad that you're losing a Jace the Mind Sculptor, but you're getting a 4/4 in return if you ever get rid of that Skyclave. And we know that there are some plays here for Lemon to get that Skyclave out of the way.
But that being said, I mean, Terminus can only hurt this deck so much because this is there's only 2 Recruiter of the Guard in this deck.
Mhm.
I was gonna say, no, aren't most lists running 4?
Gonna play another Vial. Attempt to, at least.
How many recruiters are you running in your uh Death and Taxes list?
In the 60 card list, I run 2. In the 80 card list, I run 4.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the
I thought,
2 is standard.
wait, Esper Vial runs 4, right?
Asper Vial runs 4 in both 60 and 80 card variations because
Okay, yeah.
it is the necessity of the list of the card choice it needs. Um,
So you're bringing up the 60 and 80 card version. Do you think you're still on the 80 card variant for Death and Taxes now?
yeah, with the black white list, I think it's super strong still, especially with the sideboard plans I've been building around it.
Mhm.
Like definitely, I've been running since now we're into decks running a lot of more brainstorms and a lot more draw spells. Definitely, Chains of Mephistopheles feels really good to have 2 of in the side. I also really love Opposition Agent. I think the
Same.
card's fantastic. But I also get to run some niche white cards in the list, like Hollowed Spirit Keeper, which says when it dies and I have a graveyard full of creatures, I get a bunch of 1/1s. Titan Ajax, thank you so much for the follow. But I will build basically any list that makes me laugh. I have built blue white taxes. I have built blue black taxes. White black taxes, white green taxes. It's really just
Well, we
whatever.
also got to see your Jeskai Ascendancy list. This
That's a whole nother ballgame. That's a whole nother ballgame. That is my baby. That is my dream. My
we
dream.
both won our games last Tuesday.
Yeah.
So if you weren't around, we do a mod fight night every once in a while, and you get a challenge a mod. Take on either one of us. You get a bone to pick with one of us. Completely understandable. I have like apparently really crappy opinions, so like come challenge me for mod fight night and get your hand ripped apart.
Thieves Ram 4, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, or let me just combo off on you on stream after I fail
Yes, the
once.
regrowth loops. The regrowth
The,
loops.
re- the deck is sick. I'm really happy I finally was able to get it put together and finally got it fleshed out because I've been working on Just Guys Unsee for about 3 years now, and it finally feels in a spot where it's really, really good. Still trying to figure out like 3 spots in the sideboard and 2 spots in the main of whether I want to play Once Upon a Times or not, but it's a really fun list.
I'm happy for you, dude. I mean, it looks wild. I mean, it's full 5-color craziness. And
Yeah.
if you weren't around to watch it, you can check it out the VOD out on our YouTube channel. So it
I
should be
watch it every day as a motivational experience. It makes me feel good. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to my opponent. They were one of the coolest guys ever. They were so much fun to sit around, and they didn't concede and let the combo happen. I just want to thank everyone for that night of letting me kind of just shoot my shit for a minute and let me just kind of just have my fun there.
let me see if I can pull up. That was the second, and you played against were you against Daniel? Were you against Dredge?
Yeah, I was against Daniel. Yeah, Daniel, you are a king. I appreciate you so much for not conceding when I started comboing off and letting the combo show out. You're a fantastic dredge player, and it was so much fun to play against you.
Honestly,
Just
it was a fun
lemon,
matchup to watch.
lemon just blowing through cards here.
Yeah, well, honestly, that's what the Dex wants to do. It's gonna be one of those things that the the deck is designed to draw as many cards as possible, and and one of those points that you have to wonder, all right, am I just going to be buried underneath card advantage? Because even if you do, I mean, vials aside, in a normal matchup, that is
Mhm.
completely in a normal matchup. This is a vial matchup, and vials are completely. That might have some problems.
Oofer.
That's a big oof.
That means only right now Flickerwisp can get in.
I mean, there are answers. We do have Skyclave Apparition, which answers everything. Um, so there's definitely outs here, but
They're
man,
not a lot against a list like this.
to be fair, it's not like the old days where literally a moat won.
Yeah,
Like nowadays, it's sort of just like, a moat can be beaten. It's
yeah.
just getting through. But to be fair, Lemon has bought up enough time, so like,
Yeah, but like I said, when you're sitting there, if there's a factory,
oh,
can't do,
okay,
can't do anything now, but
yeah,
there is a factory.
yeah, that's true. That is very true. So definitely what I'm looking for here at 11 though is to start plussing that Jace. Now that you have defense, you need to finish out this game.
Yeah,
Like you've seen all the cards. There's barely even been some fetch lands.
yeah,
You gotta find a way to win that. And one of those win conditions is definitely Quarter Grace. I would not mind seeing Quarter Grace here in this
yeah.
match.
Quarter Grace, like I said, it's a great card. So yep, there's the uptick on Jace.
Yep.
Kind of asked to see the top card of their library. Oh, I like that. Turns off the monitor. I like that a lot.
Oh, that's smart.
I
I
like that a
like
lot. Turns off the monitor, and we can
that.
see it on screen that they turned off their monitors. I
Oh,
really appreciated that. That's
you know,
so nice.
Blue Jeans. I've been playing online via webcam for a long time. I've never seen that before. I didn't even think
Huge,
about that. That is a
huge props to turning off the webcam, turning off the monitors. Absolutely love that. You are a king, sir, in webcam play. If this is your, doesn't seem like this is your first day in the MTGPL Legacy Discord. You are a seasoned veteran. I love that.
I'm gonna start doing that. If I ever get Jace plus, like I'm gonna start doing that. That's smart.
Hey Doc, do you see what I see? It's a wasteland target.
Yep.
Finally, finally from
Oh,
Lemon.
there's a Tundra. You take him off for an extra white source, but yeah, like 100% Caracas is the first one to go. But at that point, you already have 5 land, and like I mean, you got the vials, so
I'm gonna guess this is gonna be an attempt. So yeah, activation here.
it's gonna play
So probably. I mean, it's what it has to be at this point, or it's a flicker wisp, and they're gonna flicker like Jace or. Yep, there's the Skyclave. Bye, Moat.
ETB trigger because Veil, no, Veil, Vile is basically invalidates the entire strategy that Lemon's going for.
Oh, takes. Why not take the Why not take the Moat? Oh, why not take the Moat? You can beat them to death next turn. You can get rid of the Jace permanently.
Jace is gonna find more answers, I'm guessing.
I know, but you have a 6. If you equip your Batter Skull to that Skyclave, you've got a 6/6. Jace is gone.
Well, the enduring idealist, like this is what we try to do. We try to replicate the local scene, the local LGS scene in a online setting. So that's what we try to do here and strive to be here. So definitely, if your LGS is not open right now, or if you don't feel safe going to your LGS, like definitely feel free to use us in our service. That's what we're here for. Yeah, Lord Darkford view. I see that. Like I see what you're going for there. But oh, that's a chunky shark. Whee!
See, this is what I was scared of. Like, Lemon's seen so many carts.
Yeah,
Um,
100%. And now we're seeing the sword. So, I
yeah.
mean, you're giving the control player life. So, yeah, I definitely appreciate. Oh, rest in
And
Pepe.
now he gets a
Celebration.
4/4. But it can attack, so that's nice.
Importantly here, that's both terminuses in the deck. Termini,
Yes. The Termini.
terminis.
Termini.
Termini. I like that. Both Termini into the deck. But there is one Mystic Sanctuary available.
I hate that card. That card is so mean.
Mystic Sanctuary should have never been printed and should never been
Also,
printed.
excuse me, when did that
It's a
version of
control.
Caracas go that up in price?
Oh, the Legends Caracas? It's been up for a while, dude.
I have 3 of those bad boys. When did they go up that high? I bought them at $30 a piece earlier this year. Like, I had no idea those things shot that high.
Legends Caracas? Yeah, about like they're averaging about $100 right now. MTG stocks. Uh Market has them about around like 55, but like yeah, dude.
That's
All
high.
time low, 39.99, March 30th, 2020. So you
When I bought mine.
yeah, well, that's the
Well,
thing. I bought my dual lands around that time as well because of the fact that so many people at the start of the pandemic were selling off a lot of their reserve lists to make ends meet, which I mean I feel bad for, but like I got it now. So I picked up my Bayou at 160, my Tropical Island at 180, and my Underground Sea at 230.
I bought a bunch of duels um during the pandemic. Um What's funny because I need one trop and I don't have a trop for Ascendancy. That's the feels bad. I have a fake trop with all my other fake cards, but
Oh, kills the screen
just
and
sitting on
play.
land. Yeah, enjoy your lands, Bucko. Have fun with that. It's just Lemon's just in full ride now. This is just hurting. That's a 3. Bye. 3 fairy here. Say hi.
Oh yeah. 3 fairy is going to be pretty much lights out in this because any sort of interaction on the opponent's turn. Well, I mean, to be fair, you had the vials, so you don't really care that much because
Yeah,
the
just sorcery speed swords can sometimes feel real bad.
Yeah, sorcery speed swords does feel
Yeah,
bad,
Air's
but
gonna bounce the 3 vial. Feels real good.
does this deck seems like it loses so hard to Vile. It needs that. Okay. The only I mean Lemon's deck doesn't have any. Oh, it's got 2 disenchant for Vile hate. Oh, Containment Priest also does hate on Vile.
Gonna return the Batter Skull to hand. Um, don't hate that. Yep, there. Hey, there's the planes you saw. I like it.
Yep. I think at this point, do you just slam the Batter Skull and just hope to just peel a Skyclave?
Yeah, I think that's the real benefit. The real thing you have to do here. It's just unfortunate that Batter Skull ain't doing anything right now.
And to be 100% fair, the it's not like their draws are going to be even less controlled. Like Lemon just start plussing and control every single draw.
Yeah.
And this is where, in some instances, this is where the Horizon lands are better because of the fact that it allows you to draw.
Yeah, and there's a Brazen Borrower saying hi.
And
Welcome
that
to
just
the game.
really increased the clock. That's a seven. It's a seven per turn, 3-turn clock.
Well, the 4/4 can't attack, so
Oh, the 4/4 is. I thought that was a
not.
shark.
No, it's the Skyclave token.
This guy's like token.
It does not
Yeah.
have flying, so it is stuck on the ground.
Watch. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you so much, Squatch.
Yep, but I mean, we got 2 turns until Jace win.
Goodbye. See you
Uh,
later.
I would let them keep that on top.
That's fair, yeah, because it's just you probably have Lemon probably has a counter spell. To be
So that's
completely honest,
going after the.
Shark Typhoon for Gigantor.
No, I think that's playing Shark Typhoon, like the actual enchantment, which you can actually do.
Yeah.
I know people are used to just cycling it, but like,
Hmm.
so for those unfamiliar with Shark Typhoon, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX blue shark creature token with flying, where X of the spell is converted mana cost. I need to get me some Shark Typhoons. How expensive are Shark Typhoons?
They're about 12 a piece right now. 10 to 12 market.
Yeah, yeah. But this
And
thing, I can get the extended art. $18 a piece is not bad.
I know they're coming down in price because they're going into the dual deck. They're going in the decks for this year.
Oh, really?
You get 1 or 2 in the decks this year. I'm not entirely one of the decks. I think that's just going to do it.
I'm gonna build Sharkstill. Am I gonna do this?
I mean, your dumbass would probably figure out a way to put a Seagate Stormcaller in there as well.
That's exactly what I was gonna do. Duh.
All right, so Barry just concedes at that point, seeing that that's just a wall they're not going to get through.
Yeah.
So let's
You
go
know,
ahead and take a look at sideboards here.
yep. All right. Walk me through. Okay, so I got you for sideboards. You tell me what you're gonna bring in because you're the Death and Taxes master here. We got 2 Deafening Silence, 1 Grafdigger's Cage, 2 Path to Exile, 2 Surgical Extraction, 1 Containment Priest, 1 Rest in Peace, 1 Tomik Distinguished Advocist, 1 Council Judgment, 2 Cataclysm, and 2 Mindbreak Trap. What do you like here?
I definitely like the Cataclysm and the Council's Judgment coming in here. I think it's just a really good card that can just deal with some stuff right now. The problem here is that in a deck where I could be so far behind so quickly, behind a card like Terminus, and the way they kind of just shut me out with like a moat. I'm scared to overboard here. That's the big thing. Is this is going to be a lot of big brains here. I would definitely um, be trying to make sure that there's maybe some more removal, like path in this list, so I can get around like the sharks. Um,
Makes
but
sense.
there's not
Uh,
a whole lot here. Cataclysm and Council's Judgment are like my big 3 right now. Those 2 copies of Cataclysm and 1 Council's Judgment.
as somebody who's gotten caught by Cataclysm enough times, I 100% Cataclysm. I would bring that in this matchup because Cataclysm is really good in this matchup. But that being said, Sharkstill, we got 1 mountain. I think that's more for the red splash. That
Mhm.
board. One Deafening Silence, one Flusterstorm, two Red Elemental Blast, one Surgical Extraction, one Containment Priest, two Disenchant, one Lavinia Azorius Renegade, one Meddling Mage, one Rest in Peace, one Blood Moon, one Humility, and one Supreme Verdict. What do you like?
I definitely like the humility. And I mean, humility is always a fun card to bring in against death and taxes because it kind of just shuts off everything that death and tax does. But like I said, if you're overboarding, I think that can easily be an overboarding card. The cards that I would immediately bring in are Containment Priest and two copies of Disenchant, and then
Yes.
a copy of Supreme Verdict. So those four are my big four.
Uh,
Um,
you got enough cards that you can board out in this matchup
mhm,
that I don't hate. Like Narset Parter Avails does nothing here.
yeah.
Uh, I don't mind. I mean, Counterbalance is a little bit more difficult because of the fact that it's not like a Delver deck where Counterbalance with a one drop on top just like really does win you the game.
Yeah, you
Uh,
can cut the two Force negations here in this list because Force
yeah,
will just get rid of everything else in this list.
yeah,
Um,
and then just bring in. I like Disenchant's Containment Priest because honestly, this entire game is going to come down to Aether Vial.
yeah.
The fact that the fact that Lemon had Sweeper into bouncing your Aether Vial, huge, blew out the entire game.
Yeah, I think another good card that can easily be seen as maybe a fifth or a sixth card. Like, depends on really how far Lemon wants to really board into this matchup, especially being on the draw. Meddling Mage Naming File can be huge. Valakut, you up? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
I have been definitely validated several times. Oliver, I love you. Fuck you. Um, I I really do like having humility though. I think humility needs to be in this side. Like, come on.
I mean,
Like,
but also it stops the ability of like the moat shark interaction, so where you could swing over with those gigantic flying sharks. But you know, it really just
no,
depends on how you want to do it.
yeah, I 100% agree. And if here it goes, some fight words. Oliver, just because you kill me all the time with Valakut. That Greenwood Reclaimer deck is so good. I want to build it.
Andrew Cerns, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
I need to get me a Valakut. I have yet to be able to find one. Like,
Good start for Barry here. Planes into a mob. I like that. Then a
uh,
great start, even better for Lemon on the back end.
yep. Insert or childhood joke about plowing the mom, and then continue on.
Yeah.
So I really. Oh, okay. Spirit of the Labyrinth, though. That
I
if
I love this card in this matchup. It's a very powerful card now that since now Phyrexian Revoker's kind of fallen out of favor of Death and Taxes with Oko being gone. I think the Spirit Labyrinth here is just really, really powerful, especially against we saw how good Standstill was for Lemon there.
yes, yes, I completely agree. I think that if the spirit resolves, when the spirit resolves, and just the fact that it's a 3/1
Yeah,
body,
it's a beat stick. It's an
it's
absolute beat
an
stick.
insane beat stick. It just gets there, and just sometimes but it does get hit by disenchant.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does because it's an enchantment creature. There's another one. How about that?
Oh! Where's your answer to this one?
It's the other disenchant in my hand because I'm Lemon. Lemon always has the answer.
Also another card that goes really good with Seagate Stormcaller. And I've done that before. It was disenchant with Seagate. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun one. So Lemon here just on the yep, it's gonna sword that one too. Goodbye. Get rid of it. I don't want to see it anymore.
And once again, control deck does not care what your life total is. It's gonna put you. Oh. But Barry went the wrong. There we go.
24.
Oh, it's just gonna kill you eventually. And are those are black bordered swords of plowshares?
Yeah, I believe
What's
those are betas.
those are okay.
Unless they're foreign language.
I don't. Do they look like a foreign language? We need to
Second
know.
main Imperial Recruiter. Like that a lot. But yeah, I'm not black. Source of Flower Share does not have very many black border printings. It's alpha, beta, and then foreign black border, and then
Yeah.
unless they're judges that just aren't foil, and maybe he Lemon printed them.
Yeah, those are Those are very nice. I believe that those are is that beta plains and islands? I'm just starting to like notice like
Yeah,
how nice.
I'm pretty sure Lemon has a very, very gorgeous deck right now of original. Yeah, yeah, betas
Oh, they're revised.
with
They
a
are
paint. I love it. You know, that's fine. I love it. I might do that. I might have to do that to mine. Revise with a painted border.
we have Prez who's over there whiteboarding like painters and stuff like that, like a mad lad.
I mean, if you didn't see the fun that he had, because I sent him a fake Guru Mountain, the white border of the fake Guru Mountain.
Oh, he got me that with that for a
That
second.
was
He
so
goes, "Hey,
funny.
Doc,
Loved
look at
it.
this." And he holds up a white bordered guru, and I like my heart skips a beat. Like I felt heart palpitations. I got like very concerned all of a sudden for his mental well being, and then he's like, "It's fake." I'm like, "Oh,
I love the table talk going on between Lemon and Barry. Another Spirit of the Labyrinth. Wow, how many of those do you have? Barry replies, actually, I'm not sure. I don't want. Actually, I don't. Oh no, sorry. Lemon said, actually, I don't want to know. So, oh man,
See that, but that's the thing. Like when Skyclave Apparition got printed, it fundamentally changed the way Death and Taxes was built. Like it used to be that you'd be able to play no, a vial up to 4 for Palace Jailer and stuff like that. Now it says like, nope, the curve ended at 3.
Palace
Uh,
Jailer's really not played anymore. The
yeah,
cards got so much taken out of the list. It just kind of changed the landscape of the list, and I really like it.
yeah, exactly. And it was able to bring in Spirit of the Labs, which is honestly one of the better cards when it comes to Vial, because if you've ever had the pleasure of vialing it in when your opponent brainstorms, it is instant.
Yeah.
I say that because I've been on the receiving end of that, and I have scoop to that. Is Maverick playing Jailer?
They're running a one of every once in a while, depending on
Really?
the list.
I mean, Maverick's a Green Sun Zenith deck. You can't Green Sun Zenith for it. Oh,
Dark Maverick has it in the board. I like that.
yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, well, and that's the thing is like Maverick, well, Miracles was definitely good because it was a form of getting the Monarch, and it was a source of drawing 2 cards a turn,
Yeah.
and you can protect that with things like Terminus easily. But then they printed the courts, and then the hardcore Miracle players started grinding their teeth and like excitement. So, but I think the only one that's really playable is Court of Grace. The black one was kind of but like
4 mana up says go.
uh collected company.
Like the company's great.
Did you see the bug collected company list that had what's his name? Anurag Das played for CFB?
I did not, but Collecting Company is a wild card. It was seeing playing taxes for a little bit in modern.
I mean, yeah, I've seen it in Green Taxes lists. Everyone on the Pox Discord disagrees. Well, I mean, anything that makes Pox more playable is okay with me. Unless they reprinted it better chains of Mistopheles, then I don't know.
No, that ain't happening.
Hey, you're pretty much not wrong when it comes to that type of stuff. Pox is definitely liking that new core because it also runs Dark Ritual. Like you can power it out like turn 2.
I do like the Sophie here grabbing it. I really like that play here. Makes them now that you know that Lemon's kind of on the back burner here.
Yeah,
Hasn't really done much. I think it's a great place to start pinging some stuff.
and I 100% think there's a Skyclave apparition in hand. 4 cards in hand, just been and jamming these repetitive Spirit of the Labyrinth. Like, yeah, it's got to be. Uh-oh.
Well, Terminus seems real. I mean, Spring Verdict seems real good though.
Supreme Verdict is real good. Who'da thunk? For those that played during the Sphinx's Rev days.
Oh, good old Return to Ravnica. I just want to point out that that is a Judge promo sort of Fire and Ice in Barry J. Blue Jean's hand.
That
Uh,
is that is
Fantastic choice. Fantastic choice. The best art. None of
Oh,
that
yeah.
none of that double masters extended art nonsense.
I don't know. The double so out of all the swords, I think, Sword of Fire and Ice got the best double masters treatment with the extended art,
I
and
mean, sure, but I would like if I had the ability to open one or the other, I would. Oh, that's a. I'm surprised with the deafening silence in this matchup.
I I am just as surprised. Like, I did not expect to see that. Deafening silence, and I mean, it stops like the cantrip trains, but like it's just a control deck. They're perfectly okay with going, okay, one spell go.
I mean, but yeah, but Lemon's fine with it too. Lemon has absolutely no problem with that right now. Um,
Yeah, okay. The feast and famine is pretty nice. I will agree, and I am a little more partial towards feast and famine, but I really do think sort of fire and ice just got that like really nice, full.
Hard
Oh,
cast the Shark Typhoon. I
is
like
that
that.
is that a shark typhoon?
That's a hard cast the Shark Typhoon.
Ooh, okay. I like that. I really do. Because
But no, go ahead.
if you're gonna get one spell a turn,
Why
each
not
one of
make a shark?
those produces X axes.
Yeah, just
Like,
why not just make a shark? Like, why not?
yeah.
No, I will say that the arts in the double XM just don't look good. I just don't think they look that great. I think that they just got like they're too cartoonish. There's a council's judgment.
Okay. Force
Cool.
of will.
Bye. Say goodbye to your shark typhoon. No, we'll just both vote for that.
Yep. Yep.
Very impressed with what Barry has done with 3 lands here this game.
Yeah. I am also kind of impressed by that. Oh,
Sure. Cool. You only have 3 lands. Let's make you draw more. But I'm gonna brainstorm first.
JT
Uh,
Mets brains. Like, I mean, at that point, you're just like kind of a person to it because you have to find a way to protect this chase because you know there's gonna be a Skyclave apparition coming down. It's not gonna be a Skyclave apparition coming down through a vial, so there's some play to it, but you got to find a way to protect it. Because like 4 cards in hand, been missing land drops, and also not proactively deploying a threat. Like,
mhm.
what do you have in hand besides like Swords of Plowshares, which most likely there's a chance of that, but like I'm guessing it's got to be Sanctum Prelate's Skyclave Apparitions. We've only seen one so far, and it's a
Yep.
deck.
Skyclave?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 3 of in this list.
no, we haven't seen a Skyclave so far this game, right?
No, not this game. We saw the one in match one, in game
One,
one.
yeah,
There it
and
is.
here's the Forceful Pitching Ponder.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to keep my card alive. Sorry.
Oh, importantly here, Lemon is down to 11.
Yeah, but it's not a big problem right now. It really isn't.
Yeah,
The
you're not
problem
wrong.
is that Barry hasn't is up to 24. That Barry Lemon's just got to start getting pieces together to start building this board.
Yeah, I think at this point you gotta go for another Shark Typhoon.
Mm-hmm.
You need something that can finish this game off fast.
Quarter Gray, Shark Typhoon, something that starts this game in the right direction.
Yep. But in the meantime, we have time here to shill for our awesome Discord. So if you are liking what you're seeing, and if you're new to this or new to Legacy, new to playing via webcam, we have tutorials on how to get everything set up, as well as like our community is pretty great. Like we have people all the time hitting up the Discord, or they're saying, "Hey, I'm a first time user. I'm really nervous about this," and people are like, "Dude, I'll play with you right now. Like, hey, let me help you set up." Like, not even mods, just like members of the community who are just wanting to get you set up and playing Legacy.
Oh,
So,
you got no reaction. It was there. It came out. That's
oh,
humility.
humility.
Yeah, humility came to the stack. Humility resolved. It's there.
We're playing the 1-1 beats.
We playing 1-1 beats here.
This is it. Whose 1-1 beats are going to come out more? Okay. So importantly, I don't think there's a single way now that that one council judgment is gone, I don't think there's a single way for Berry Blue Jeans to actually get rid of this card.
No.
Put
Even
some
with the containment priest is brutal.
like the Containment Priest doesn't matter. It's a 1/1.
Yeah. But if that humility ever goes,
Oh yeah, that's true. And we're playing bad beats. No, we joked about bad beats in the Turbo Depths matchup, but I mean these are legitimate like vanilla beats. Like at this point, yeah, port's cool. Vanilla ice beats, yes, thank you. If we weren't gonna get copyright struck, I would say like let's get some vanilla ice playing.
stop humility and listen. Jace is back with a brand new invention.
Oh,
Skyclave was a hold of me tightly.
oh, but that being said, berries 1/1s are technically better because they can hold a sword.
That is true. They can't hold the sword.
They can technically hold a sword. That's that's something did not think about when it comes to humility. So at this point, this is where we've hit official like garbage time in like the legacy game. Like this is what we've hit like that mid grind where people are just like I can concede, but I don't want to concede because I still have outs technically.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's be real here, this Sword of Fire and Ice is a legitimate clock. This
Yeah, it's
is
just there has to be a 1/1 to have it.
yeah.
I'm gonna guess this is going to be a shark. Nope. Taking it back. Gonna Jace first.
Gotta get as much value as possible first before that being said, this next Shark Typhoon, or I mean, at this point, even things like Quarter Grace are bad because the angels it produces are just just 1/1s. Or actually, how does that work with templating? Oh, Judge.
But
So are these sharks that it's going to produce? Are they going to be 1/1s?
let's find out.
Because stacking is a thing.
Yeah. So I do not believe so. I believe they will be their power toughness. Because humility is already on the battlefield. And it's a layers question. So let me make
Yeah, this is
sure.
definitely a layers question. So it's one of those things for those that don't know. Pope is our resident judge. So, well, one of our resident judge as well as our head judge. So it's like perfect for him to be here and to let us know. So I wonder how big these sharks are going to be. Sanctiprelate. That's a nice 1/1.
I actually don't think I think they do just enter as 1/1s. That's the
They
big
just
problem
enter
here.
as 1/1s. Yeah.
Well, they'll yeah, it's a 2 it'll come in as a 2/2, but then humility will make it a 1/1.
Okay.
Or
So
like it will be created as a 2/2. Then
so
humility
we
makes it a
create
1/1.
that do 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 do. Yep, they're baby sharks.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We have official baby sharks. So it for this sense, we are gonna have to like try and record like what sort of in case that humility ever gets removed. Do wrong song, Doc. Which song was I? No, I do not have kids. It's my furry child was up here. But that being said, like every single one of these turning. Oh wait, what did Mystic Sanctuary get back?
Uh,
Let me check.
disenchant.
Chant on top. Okay, then uses that to get the vial. Yeah.
Swing it
And
at 3/3.
that okay. We've
Sword Splasher is your guy.
rest in peace, Sanctum Prelate. And we produced another 1/1.
The clock begins. Flicker Wisp. It's a 1/1.
So, ooh, I was just thinking, if you're producing this many like tokens and stuff like that, has anyone ever really tried opposition in Legacy? Was there an opposition deck for at one point?
Ooh.
Because opposition and like it's one of those cards.
I'm sure someone's built it somewhere.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It's a powerful card, so like someone's must have built around out at one point or another. And why did you moat? They don't even have flying, so like
I mean, if you're gonna 101 draw someone,
oh. And sorry everyone. We got two grindy games in a row here.
there's Cataclysm. Oliver gets his 10 permanents.
Oh, is Cataclysm resolving?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Is Oh, wow. Okay. So what are you keeping here?
I think you keep the Shark Typhoon, a Shark, Jace, and a Plains.
I keep the oh, so in response,
Yeah,
okay.
disenchants the Sophie, which is super smart.
Which is definitely the play. Definitely the play that you're gonna want. But if you know you're about to be like, we're doing some balance stuff here. Like, okay, so yeah, cataclysms happening. I think you keep the 4/4 shark. You keep the 4/4 shark, the shark typhoon, and just pray that you hit cantrips.
Yeah.
And then importantly, disenchant is worded not disenchant. Cataclysm is worded in a way that also kills planeswalker. Because Cataclysm at the end of it says, then sacrifices the rest. So each player chooses from among the permanents they control an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and add a land, then sacrifices the rest.
Yep.
That last part where it says and the rest does kill off planeswalkers. Because
Keeps Containment Priest, Shark Typhoon, and Island.
I don't agree with the containment priests keep, honestly.
Well, the only thing they can do now is play a Vial, and like there's a 1/1 Shark.
Okay. I like that a little bit more, but like it's one of those things that I think I would rather have kept the 4/4 shark because it's one of those things it doesn't trade with the flicker wisp,
Yep.
but it also does like it's one of those things. Containment priest effect is pretty nice now that humility's gone.
Hit you for 1. The problem is this Flicker Wisp is a beast of a card that it can do stuff.
Yeah,
No, sure, we'll play another Deafening Silence.
I don't think these deafening silences are doing much.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why they came in. Not
Yeah,
a huge fan of the card in this matchup. I like running the card against card decks that storm off. This is a deck that's meant to draw you out. It actually, I think, kind of inhibited some of what Barry was trying to do in this game.
did he did Lemon just ponder instead of brainstorm? Like, did the motion of looking at 3 cards and only taking 1?
I have no idea. I don't think so. Hand was fine.
Yeah, the hand was fine. It's just I think because the hand was off to the side, I think he literally just looked at 3 cards and then took 1 and put it into his hand.
Yeah, I don't think the card in his hand is changing.
Yeah, he technically can. Like, he 100% can, but it was just like, well, don't you think you'd want to put back, like, the bad card?
I mean, who knows, bro?
Yeah.
So players have less than 5 minutes here. Uh, Lemon's trying his hardest to build a wall.
Yeah, Lemon is trying hard to get this kill here, but, like, Lemon's also at 9.
Hmm.
Like, I think this is one of those things that this might end up in 0-1-1 or 1-0-1.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a Lemon win here, probably with a 101. Um, unless Barry can just start getting in for just a crude amount of damage here and start flickering tokens away.
Yeah. But I mean, this army of like little 1-1 ankle biters. There's
Lemon's down to 5 life here.
I mean, you got to be careful, but at least these little ankle biters trade off with a flicker wisp
Yeah.
because, yeah, like I mean, flicker wisp is not that good of a blocker, but I mean, that's at this point, do you really care? Just equip the Jitte, put it on there, and then nuke the other two. Oh, oh, I like this. Get another blocker. Uh, that being said here, I really do think if there's a chance for another card to really shine here, like Quarter Grace is gonna be really good. But I'm looking at the land count here. How many lands did we see on the graveyard? Because there's only 3 plains, 4 islands, 1 Caracas, 1 Mystic Sanctuary, 2 tundras, and 1 volcanic island. Like, do we see like all that in the graveyard? I don't think that. I honestly think that this might be the last tundra and the last island in the deck.
It's definitely possible. Double wastelands.
I see tundra. I see tundra in the yard. I see. So it's both tundras are gone.
Yeah, both tundras are now gone. We haven't seen. Yeah, Oliver's correct. We haven't seen the Volk yet.
Because was the Crocus also in the list of cards that got. Floats of white. 3 sorts of plowshares in yard. There's only 4 in the deck.
Swinging a Stoneforge with the GT.
I mean, I like this because you're forcing to trade off with 2 sharks.
Yeah, but then there's a GT with 2 counters. I hate that.
Yep. I think this might be a berries to steal. Because you just take this because you know that you're going to take 2. Yeah, you just take it, go down to 4, and accept that the Flicker Wisp is lethal in the next turn. Because there's no way you can deal 12 points of damage in this turn. So I actually think Lemon is out of like color producing lands.
He's
Besides,
got a Volk left. He's got a Volk.
yeah,
He
but
needs it.
the Volk only taps for blue, really, because I really doubt there's any red that was brought in for the
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Thalia.
Force the Thalia.
Oh, that's lethal. That's uh, that. Oh wait, no, that produces a 5/5. That produces a 5/5.
Also, he can just jump with the 1/1.
Yeah, well, the 1/1 dies to the Jit before.
Mhm.
This is so tight.
And that's time. So this is going to be a tie. That's really unfortunate. This
Uh,
game got really good in like the last 10 minutes.
Good in the very last like couple of minutes because it was just honestly this is what Jit does. But yeah, we are going to time here, and Lemon's gonna take this with a 101. That was so close though.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't aware, so we don't do turns here on the MTGPL Legacy Discord. We give players an additional 10 minutes of playtime. Instead of 50 minutes, we give them 60 minutes. Usually that is enough time to finish games in Legacy. And so we usually end games at the 60-minute mark. So we do not do turns, but we apparently people want to see it play forward, so we may let them play it out.
Can we put it? Can we put it to? Well, at least for this game.
Yeah, let them finish the game at least, I guess.
Yeah. We can put it to a vote with the chat if you would like.
They're already going.
Oh, okay.
Crunch with the Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah. At least see if it ends with a complete tie or if Lemon just takes it. Jite, Jit is except for one spoken by uncultured white people. You know what? That echoes. I guess that it is correct because Jite is technically, I believe, a specific instrument. And God, I think it's a part of like some sort of martial arts or something like that. So, well, Jite has four counters on it, so that every wait, no, it only pumps the equipped creature.
Yes.
So it only pumps the equipped creature. So are you switching over to Flicker Wisp?
I have no idea. I think we start killing their board here.
Yep.
Uh, yeah. Goodbye, sharks.
Yeah, because it gives +2/+2, correct?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so this is a force block and definitely a pump at least because that puts the toughness up to 6.
Yeah. Pump to a 5/6.
So Lemon is in a really bad spot here.
Hmm. Very very rough spot for Lemon here.
And there's no more board wipes. We've seen the two Termini. We've
There's one. There is one more. If he didn't cut it out, there's one more Supreme Verdict, but with no mana.
Is there a second? Oh
There's
yeah.
one in the side, one in the main.
Yeah, but there's no mana for that. So
Hmm. We go Crunch, kill the shark. We go Crunch with the team.
yeah, I don't think another cantrip has Lemon out from it.
Yeah, there it is.
And yep, there it is. GG's. All right, well, this was gonna end in a tie at least. So it's not totally. I guess we'll let the Go players figure it out in the VC after for game 3.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
but we're gonna take a short break, stretch our legs, get some water in us, and then we'll be back for round number 3, everybody.
yep, I will not be back for round 3. Prez will be stepping in for round 3. I'm gonna hit the hay. I've been up since 6. You guys have a great night. This is your Just Guy Boy saying have a good night and have fun in round 3.
Have a good one, Pope.
You too, Doc.